A lot of people are keeping a close eye on the weather tonight as these extremely cold temperatures we've been following for days are headed for an even bigger part of the country, and so is the potential for significant snow, even though we're still more than 5 weeks from the start of winter. NBC's Janet Shamlian has the latest for us from Denver.
In Denver, another record, minus 14 degrees. The deep freeze now bearing down on 2/3 of the country.
Bundling them up in jackets and hats and just layers and layers.
It's brutal for anyone who has to be outdoors, like construction workers and electrician Joe Pansini.
Are you ready for 3 or 4 or 5 more months of this, Joe?
Not really. If we continue with this kind of cold, it's going to be tough.
In Ohio, thunder snow. From Minnesota to Memphis, roads are littered with accidents. The South is also under siege. Little Rock seeing its earliest snow in more than a decade. Extreme temperature drops in 24 hours. Atlanta was 64 yesterday, only 43 today. Asheville, North Carolina was a balmy 65, only a chilly 41 today. And Raleigh registered a 25-degree difference, going from 76 to 51. The temperatures in Montana so bitter, a rancher moved this newborn calf into his home. Look at these snapshots of Snowvember. Across the Midwest, the lake effect snow is starting to pile up in Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. It's trees they're clearing in Washington state, down by high winds. And the region, especially Oregon, is getting hit yet again with another storm.
The snow is piling up, and it doesn't seem to be letting up.
And tonight, New York has issued a snow alert. Salt trucks at the ready.
And the East Coast is next up to experience these dramatic temperature drops that have seen elsewhere, as this system is expected to have a lock on much of the nation until Monday or Tuesday. Lester, back to you.
All right, Janet, and for more on where this cold wave is headed and what we can expect in the coming days, let's bring in Al Roker, who we should note is in the middle of a special marathon forecast that we'll have more on later. Al, good to see you. Thanks.
Hey, thanks so much, Lester. So the polar vortex still causing big problems, record lows last night, and tomorrow that Arctic air continues to cause problems. Afternoon high, Chicago 30 degrees, 19 degrees below average, Denver 36, Dallas 47, Daytona Beach 67 degrees, that's 10 degrees below average. Big snowstorm coming into the Pacific Northwest. We're talking 6 to 9 inches of snow, some places as much as 1.5 feet around Idaho Falls, and out here in the Great Lakes, we're looking at anywhere from 3 to 12 inches of snow from Michigan on into western New York. And guess what, Lester? There's another area of the polar vortex that's going to snap off early next week, even colder than what we've been looking at.
All right, Al, hang in there. We'll find out more about Rokerthon a bit later on. Thanks. Tonight,